Hey, Michael with XForcePC. Want to talk about the Volair Cockpit and some common questions that I get with the Volair Cockpit. So the first one is, if I had a dime for every time I've been asked this question, can I add a fourth monitor to the Volair Cockpit? The answer is not any way that I've ever found. You're going to have to fabricate something, but there's no way to add a fourth display that I can find. If you set it in the middle on that tray, it's going to totally get in your way. So to add a fourth display to the Volair Cockpit, the only thing I can think of is if you wanted to have one up high above the three displays, maybe you could rig something up, but the Volair Cockpit is completely incompatible with a fourth display. Now the other question is, how much space does the Volair Cockpit and the Ultimate package take up? 6 feet by 6 feet. So the monitors from tip to tip are 6 feet wide, and the frame from tip to tip is 6 feet long. Now that's not allowing for any room, around it, but that's the footprint of it, is 6 feet long by 6 feet wide. Now the other question, I guess, can I use the avionics panel? That's that frame that we put on the Ultimate package that holds the instruments in it. Can you use the avionics panel not with the Volair Cockpit? And the answer to that is yes. You could take that avionics panel and integrate it into some sort of custom cockpit, like I've got my arm resting on here, and use it to hold your instruments. So yes, you can use it without the Volair Cockpit. And then what kind of monitors can you use on the Volair Cockpit? Well, the Volair Cockpit has a large center mount that is meant to hold. You could put a big TV on it, I think maybe up to 50 inches or so. Or you could put three 27-inch monitors on it. So you have to kind of decide, do I want one big one in the middle, or do I want three, spread out? And most of the time people pick the three kind of spread out. So again, the monitor mount in the middle is larger to accommodate like a 50-inch television. Sometimes I get asked, how good is the chair on the Volair Cockpit? The chair, to me, is very, very good. It feels equivalent to what you'd find, in a Honda Civic if you got into the car. It leans forward and back, it slides forward and back, and has reasonable padding. Does it feel like the seat of a Mercedes SL? No. That's why I said Honda Civic. But still, as good as what you'd find in an automobile, is still pretty doggone good. So to me, I think it's a very good seat, a very good chair. And then, is it hard to put together? There are three ways you can put the thing together. You can use the printed directions that come in the box. That's the worst way. Because from my experience and the ones I've received and put together, the print is very light and blurry on the pictures and the text on those printed directions. So the next best way to do it is to go get the PDF for putting together the Volair Cockpit, the manual in the PDF format, and have it on your iPad or computer screen. And it's much clearer on there because they didn't print it off on some $20 printer. It looks like the print quality was terrible on the ones that I looked at. And maybe they fixed that. The next best way, and probably the best way, is to look at the video. There's a video of the guy putting together the Volair Cockpit. Because sometimes it can get a little confusing, like, does this tube go into here or over here? And so if you look at that video, it really does help. So the combination of using the PDF manual and the video is the best way to put together the Volair Cockpit. It is not hard. It is time consuming. I would say it probably take you 2 hours to put it together the first time. And then if you put a second one together, you could probably do it in 30 minutes. And that's just the nature of putting together furniture, essentially, is what this is. Again, it's not hard, it's time consuming and tedious, but not something that most people can't handle. And I think that is it for the Volair Cockpit.